absolutely incredible, men and women. Absolutely
well, the Georgians did a surprise package there, didn't they? Incredible stuff.
Yours truly,
especially in Russia.
Yours truly picked the Georgians.
Did you?
My co-commentator was Denzine White. We had a little bit of a set to there. He said, "No, Shell, come on, you got to pick the Russians in Russia."
I would have gone with Denzine, I think.
I said, "Mate, look out for Lipatiliani."
Lipatiliani's come on form just at the right time.
And he was the closer. There was a similar thing in the France-Russia match. Where Denzine went for the French and I went for the Russians, and the Russians won it. So I'm not in Denzine's good books at the moment. No score yet. Early days.
Bit of edge play. So we're going to see. We're going to see one of them starting to push the other one out, and of course we used to do it with the red area. Action reaction, but it's almost coming to the same situation now because nobody really knows how to play the edge.
Yeah, it's nice when the fighters almost disregard it. They don't seem to see the edge, and they just go about their business. Once that edge play comes in, it gets a bit ugly because then the focus moves from your judo to tactical judo, positioning and everything.
But I think that at the moment, Sheldon, the referees are dictating how that match unfolds because it's how they it's how they're playing it. It should be the same all the way through.
Yesterday at the referees meeting, the head referee here this weekend, Bernd Achilles, made that point. At the referees meeting, saying stay out of the decision making. Which way the contest goes is the way that the fighters determine it. They will determine which way it goes. As much as possible, try to stay out of it. I thought that was such a nice message to give. Your job, he was saying, your job is to record the scores. You record them. This is the score that's happened. All you do is record it. Don't try to dictate the tempo and the pace and everything.
Oh, that's an interesting point. I think that's exactly what is happening, is that they come in and they dictate the match by their interpretation.
Try to make something happen,
Well, we've seen, how that didn't work at a couple of Grand Prix and Grand Slam, at the Paris Grand Slam, certainly with Decos. And also the one with Grohl and Rakov.
Yeah, I think it was one of the ugliest that I've ever seen. Decos and Bosch it was, wasn't it? That final. Was that the one you were talking about?
No, I was talking about the one with was it Takamoto with the Japanese? Was it Takamoto?
Yeah, could have been.
I think it
that
was
also
Takamoto.
an unattractive fight. Yeah, no, you're right. That was also unattractive. Bosch has been involved in a few of them, and I think it's because there's a concentration on another. She has another agenda. She has another point.
Yeah.
These are stepping stones to her big goal, which is the Olympic things, and these competitions are a collection of points in order to place her where she wants to be and go on. And she's going to avoid this one or avoid that one, which she has. I mean, she may very well have been injured when she said, "I'm not coming out in that fight." Yeah. Could be, in
the Bosch one.
Yeah.
But I think with Bosch it's tactical, isn't it? She's quite a tactical one. But she'll be up there around about the Olympics, I'm sure.
Absolutely. But I'll tell you what, though, that Decos is the scary one.
So penalty there to Burdun,
putting the Hungarian ahead. Decos is the scary one because she doesn't really celebrate a Grand Slam or a World Championship win. She has a little hand movements and she's a little bit fancy and everything. It's all on the Olympics. She wants that, and her face, I'll never forget her face in Beijing when she was thrown. It was the biggest shock that she's ever had in her life, that she wasn't going to be Olympic champion. So now her focus is on...
sorry, pal. Yeah, I know the feeling. It's not the best feeling in the world.
It's a difficult thing to bring up, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about it, but yeah, if anybody's going to know,
I think what happens is you have such high expectations, and you know, the thing is, there's not one competition that I never entered that I didn't think I was going to win it. You know, so if you have that kind of expectation, then you know nothing. You know,
yeah, but we were right there with you, because every time you entered, we thought you were going to win. We did.
But I mean, it's the only attitude to have. You know, I mean, it sounds like a conceited attitude, but you know, it's the only attitude to have when you're going in. You know, if you want to win the gold medal, you know, if you're going in for a medal, then it's a different kind of prospect. So another penalty. It's gone up to Wazari now.
He's not playing this well, is he, the Ukrainian? Because that's the third time that the referees had to go and say something to him. And the first one's a message. The second one's, hey, pal, you know, it's not going well today. The third one is the final warning before the end, saying, this is really not looking good, and unless you do something, you're out. And there's only 25 seconds. He won't go now, but
yeah, he's just getting beaten to the attack every time, and it's cost him 3 penalties so far. And this is a little bit of inexperienced
learning
going
process
forward now. Yeah, it's nothing to
That's a
lose
bit better.
really. Yeah, drops Cianagi.
See, that's all you want as a coach. That's all you want from your fighters. That little bit of effort and the recognition of where you are in the tactics stakes. There he goes again. That's a nice effort.
Oh, it's too little, too late. Wow, he's got a Wazari for it. Can you believe that? He's just won the match on the last second.
You are kidding me.
Now then, it might be overruled there.
I don't see. I like that. If the bell hadn't gone when he started that technique, I think that's got to be Wazari.
Do you really?
If the bell hadn't gone,
no, that's true. But
if the bell has gone,
I thought the bell had gone.
In that case,
I thought the bell had gone, and the Cianagi was
yeah.
just a little bit too late.
Yeah.
And well, of course, it's going to decide who wins this match, and really important ranking points as well.
Sure. Yeah. Nervy time. No, they've taken it away. Yeah. Coach knew. Coach is gone.
Absolutely.
You know that your coach sticks around because he thinks you've got a chance. Player, no.